Hi, my name's Grant Borland, and you're listening to the Thought Collective podcast. Today on this episode, I've got Tim Bagwell, founder and owner of Epyon Royal, and a few other things. Tim, thanks for coming on.
No problem. It was my pleasure to be here in my own office.
In your own office,
I appreciate you bringing all of this expensive equipment that puts our podcast to shame. This is more equipment for 2 people than we have for 3 people on our podcast.
Yeah, no.
We might as well plug our mics in with like auxiliary cables, and not the thick ones, the thin ones for your car. Like they're like not the 1/4-inch jack.
The ones that shit out after a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, the ones you order on Amazon in like 10 packs and then they get ruined and you
Right.
still get mad. You're like, yo, this is fabric wrapped USB. This is as good as it gets.
Yep.
This should last longer than a month.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you put your phone in your pocket sometimes in the car or something.
Yeah.
Like you might be texting, you put it in your pocket and you walk out of the car with the auxiliary cable plugged in.
Yep.
So it's really our fault, guys.
It's game over.
Auxiliary cables matter. All right, enough of that. Just so you guys know, listen. I'm going on 3 hours of sleep, family.
Oh, shit.
Bear with me.
Oh, shit.
Forgive me.
It's going to be a good one.
Let's go.
Buckle in.
Whoop.
All right, man. Well, I mean, for people that don't know you, you own Epyon Royal, a few other things. I mean, clothing company.
Yeah, I run a clothing company called Epyon Royal. Started in 2009 out of the trunk of my car. Got fired. I had day jobs from like 11 years old, like literally 11 years old till 19. And then I started Epyon Royal. Lost my job at Red Lobster. Yes, you know, sometimes you just play around too much.
Yeah.
Stuff happens.
Yeah.
Stuff gets broke. Stuff gets lost. Food gets eaten that wasn't paid for.
Yeah.
It gets wild. But yeah, I lost my job, and then I had like $300 in credit card debt because I would just buy stuff on cards and then just pay it off when I got my check. Like I'd always pay my card off to build my credit. And yeah, I had $300 in debt, but I had $150. It was like my last paycheck. I only got paid for like a couple of days because I was only there for a part of my shift before I got fired.
Yeah.
And I took the money and I spent it on t-shirts. So I got like 50 shirts made for like 150. Is that the right math? I don't know. I spent $150. I got around 50 shirts made, and then I started just selling them at skate parks, like outdoor parks, and I would keep them all in my trunk like a store. You know, they'd be folded and organized, and there'd be like a price sign and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like I would just skateboard in the shirt because there was only one at the time.
Yeah.
And people would just ask about it. That's kind of how it started.
So you kind of started at the skate parks because you liked skating there, and it just kind of made most sense to start selling there, probably.
Well, yeah, I think like skateboarding culture is like one of those things that perpetuates. It like forces you to want to do some creative shit because the graphic arts on the board, the graphic arts on the shirts, the pants, the shoes, all the like pretentious terminology that skateboard companies use to like overhype things. And like when you're younger, that's like what you live for. You're like, oh my, like you love the shoes and the technology and the air bubbles. So for me, it was kind of like closed with something that I already liked to do.
Yeah.
And when I was a skateboarder, I had a couple sponsors early on, but I always felt like I always kind of hated wearing other people's stuff. I got to a point where I didn't want to wear other people's clothes because like it like didn't mean anything. It was just a logo.
Yeah.
And then like some brand from California.
Yeah.
That like you know, it's like elitist mentality. So I just started my own brand.
Yeah.
And I was going to the skate park anyway because I didn't have a job, and it was like the first time I like didn't work in a long time, so I was just taking advantage of it. And I would go to the skate park, wear the shirt. I knew a ton of people that skated anyway. Yeah. And like all my friends, the people I knew that skated and the ones that were really good, I would like give them a free shirt every now and then. And these are like just friends, you know.
Right.
And then so if we're all at the same park and they're significantly better than me and they skate well, the younger kids look at that and they're like, oh, this guy wears it. Like, what is that shirt? Like, oh, I want one.
There you go.
And my trunk is full of them. And I'm
Yeah.
selling them for $10 at the time, so everybody can afford it.
Yeah.
And that's like really how I started. But like, yeah, the interesting skateboarding. It was just kind of like a natural progression.
Yeah. So you said you started in 2009, so you're going on 10 years now.
Over 10 years now.
Over 10 years
Slightly
now.
Over 10 years.
Yeah.
Like 3 months. It's really more than that because I started in 2008. Like, I had the idea when I was still working at Red Lobster. Like, it was like my escape plan.
Yeah.
You know, like, I had like cabin fever, like Stockholm syndrome. Like, I had been there for so long and I had day jobs and I really just wanted to do more with my life. So I said, you know what? I would never quit a job.
Yeah.
You know, I would never quit a job.
Yeah.
And I felt like, you know what? This forced me to quit. I didn't quit, but it forced me to separate from the source of income that I was making. Because when I worked at Red Lobster, at the time, I made substantially more money than anybody does, like that had a job that I went to school with.
Yeah.
Because I worked in the kitchen. My brother worked there too.
Oh, okay.
And I had already taken culinary arts classes, so I knew what I was doing in the kitchen and the different jobs. Like, I did a bunch of different jobs there. And I got paid really well. And I worked like 40 hours a week. I worked way more than they were allowing students to work at the time.
Oh, really?
Like, literally, like, and a lot of times I wouldn't even let the managers know that I was taking shifts from other employees. So, like, if they gave me 4 shifts, that's a max I could work, like 30 hours.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, Grant, I see you working on Saturday, but, you know, it's going to be nice out. And, you know, I'll close. Like, it's a closing day. It's going to be slammed, you know. So-and-so's working, you don't like that guy anyway. I need the money. And I didn't because I already worked the max that like a 17-year-old could work.
Yeah.
But I would like pick up somebody else's shift and then make like whatever the 40 hours was and then like get the overtime. And then my managers would always come up to me and be like, hey, you can't do this. You can't do this. Every time I did it, they said you can't do it.
Huh.
And I did that all the time until they're literally like, you can't do this. We're going to fire you. I was all right, cool.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, but yeah, I closed all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I hated the job, but like it paid well.
Yeah.
And like I said, like skateboarding is so consumer driven. I was just like buying so many things, like little skateboards and the shoe. I had like 200 pairs of shoes. They're so skateboarding shoes are expensive. I just kind of was all in, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably really been about 11 years and like including like conception and stuff. But like I think ideas just kind of don't exist, you know.
Yeah.
Until you act on them. So that's why I just say 2009 is when we started. So
Okay.
when I really actually had a physical item to offer to other people.
Yeah. Were you thinking of selling shirts and stuff, or did it kind of start off with like a design thing, just like a creative outlet? I mean,
Well, when I was in high school, I used to like make shirts with spray paint. And I would like make stencils
Yeah.
and then spray paint the stencils. And I would make the stencil out of like really cheap poster board from like the Dollar General.
yeah.
And I would literally be like I would just wear them all the time. They were like different. Like I had one that was like all white, but it had like pink and black spray paint all over it.
Okay.
But I washed it like 30 times. I wore it all summer, but when I went to school that next year, I wore it to school, and people were always like, "Oh my God, that's so crazy." It's like tie dye, but it was really just this disgusting white shirt that has been skated in,
Yeah.
white blood up with dirt. But when you wash it, it just looks like faded and cool, you know?
Yeah.
It was like really just this
It's
nasty
gross.
shirt.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, will you make me one?" I'd be like, "Yeah, you know,
There it is.
$5."
There it is, man.
$5.
There's the business.
And then I would set up in the atrium. It was like the cafeteria. It's like a fancy high school, so they had this big grand entrance.
Yeah.
And there was tables in there, and we would get there early, and we would just be sitting there like right in the entryway, and I'd have all the shirts folded up like they are right on those stacks. That's like how I learned to fold them, like in high school, like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I fold them the same way. It's like not the best way to fold them,
Yeah.
but that's just how I fold them, you know. And I would just have them on a table, and like people would come pick up their like custom orders. Like if they wanted like a Burton logo or something, I would do that too.
Yeah.
And then, but like that kind of stopped, you know. Like that was like almost like a 1 semester type of thing, you know. It was like a lot of work, and I was charging not enough. I was charging $5 a shirt,
Yeah.
and the shirt was like $4.
Oh,
And
shit,
the
yeah.
spray paint was like my only variable. Of like, yes,
You ended up
75
losing
75
money.
cents worth of profit on this.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm about to get chocolate milk today, boys. No more white milk for me.
Eating good tonight.
Just brown milk.
Oh man, that's funny. I know too. Like the way I met you was through music. You know, I had a buddy that had heard of your company, and I think I
Who
was
is it?
um
Just say a first name. Maybe I'll know.
Alec. He's got a twin brother, Adam.
Shit, I don't know. And oh wait,
Yeah.
listen. Does the last name start with a W?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know what's crazy though?
What's that?
I've never met them.
Really?
Never in my life. But I know exactly who you're talking about. His
Yeah.
brother's name's Adam.
Yeah.
And his Alec. Like, I like never met them. But they, when people order stuff from my website,
Yeah.
it's like I never forget the name. If I hear the name
really?
again, I'll be able to like you said the last name, and I was like, "What's the first name?" You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
right.
like when you said the first name, you said his brother named Adam. I was like, I've seen these names before on my website, like
Oh, yeah.
online orders. And I like never forget.
Oh,
People
that's
think
great.
that's weird, which it is kind of. Cause like sometimes I'll remember like the name of the street, cause I write them out by hand. So
Yeah.
every order I get, I write the name out by hand. So there's this tactile commitment to reading it and writing
Yeah.
it down
Shit.
and making it exist. And when you do that, the street names would always be really interesting because it was like early on in Epyon Royal, I had more supporters in like Tokyo and New York City
Yeah.
than I did in Detroit. Like
Huh.
nobody in Detroit even liked it, you
Really?
know, other than skateboarders, like kids that went to shows.
Yeah.
Because if you think about the Detroit apparel, it's like all like the lowest hanging fruit type of offering. There's no brand that's like we're a Detroit brand, and we emphasize we don't focus on one aesthetic period. We just express ourselves and do different aesthetics, but they're all tied together with our branding. You know, like no matter what, like more so now than even before then. But when a shirt has a sleeve print, it has all the tags and all that's uniform, and the aesthetic is kind of is similar because the same person is making the art.
Yeah.
You can have a shirt that says 1-800 they want you dead on it, and like it'll be completely over people's head because you wrote 1-800 the letters TWYD, right? That's something I put on a shirt before.
Yeah.
And then I had the dials on the back.
Yeah.
So on the back of the shirt, this was part of that I think it was what was that? Not the Absence collection. There was another one. Oh, the Dark Matter collection.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
on the front it said 1-800 they want you dead, but like the letters, and then on the back it had that old school dial where you like put your finger in the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do remember.
But it's
that
like
one.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But all those shirts sold out,
Really.
and it's obscure compared to something that's like our Detroit Forever shirt, or
Yeah.
like the Joe Louis shirt, or the classic logo even.
Mm-hmm.
But the same audience is buying just as many of those as they are anything else.
Okay. Huh.
But yeah.
Damn. Let's talk a little bit too about the name Epyon Royal. I mean, I know that there's a deep meaning behind that, or, you know, or there's
Well,
meaning behind it to you. You know.
Honestly, it's been so long since I've had to even define that because I know what it means,
Yeah.
like the back of my hand. But when we would do shows, people would actually ask the meaning of things. They'd ask the meaning of some art, like, or the name, or like
Yeah.
that's what people like. Honestly, I think the name and just whatever. I think something, and I think the name contributed is what made people like draw attention to it. Maybe like the aesthetic of the text logo is just
Yeah.
weird or something, especially for hardcore music.
Yeah.
Skateboarding, my clothes didn't look like anything skateboarding brands made.
Yeah.
And then when I was like heavily involved in the music scene, even then, like we didn't fit in there neither
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
But we were the biggest brand in the scene,
Huh.
bigger than all of them.
Yeah.
Like ever since. Oh wait, I'm not gonna. I forgot I forgot we were recording your podcast.
No shit.
I thought this was for my thing. I was about to say some wild stuff.
Oh shit.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Grant Borland experience. I'm your host, Grant Borland. We are here today to speak proper English.
So proper.
But the name basically is like an oxymoron, and it means Epyon. It doesn't have a real definition. It's a Gundam.
Okay.
Off a Japanese animation show called Gundam Wing.
Okay.
And it's like the most hardcore Gundam of the series, and it's like the coolest looking. All the other ones are like gray, blue, yellow, like all together. You know, they look like more Power Ranger type things, but this guy
okay.
who's like black and like burgundy.
Yeah.
And he had like this whip, and it had like electric power. It's crazy. He had a sword and shit.
Yeah.
But basically, when I was looking, I was like, I was like, can I even use that word? Like, cause I always liked the way it looked. Epyon. When I had screen names on like AOL Instant Messenger, I always had the word Epyon in it. Like somehow.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know why I identified. Maybe the way it looked, like typographically speaking.
Yeah.
Something about those words in that order to me, just like, I never let it go. Like I use it as AOL. Like I'm talking about when I was like in 6th grade. I had an AOL screen name that was like Epyon Battle.
Yeah.
Something, you know,
Okay.
XXX.
Yeah.
You know, trying to be edgy.
Yeah.
But basically, I was looking up the meaning, and there's a fan fiction. Like, all these people have, like, this, like, lore. I don't know, maybe there's more lore that I don't know about, but basically, in what I discovered, these people in this lore, this word meant, like, you come from a place that's hard to survive in. You don't have means provided for you. You don't have expectations. You don't have like a name. And basically that's what it means. It means to be poor and to have no, like people have no expectation of you because they don't see you as having any value. Okay. And on the logo, the E is backwards, right?
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. The E is backwards. The word royal is the exact opposite. There's expectations of you. You have everything provided for you. And people see you, they hold you to high praise. Yeah. So together, for me, it's like I created an oxymoron. And keep in mind, like I never knew anybody was gonna even know about this stuff when I was making it up. Yeah. So this is just stuff that I like made up because I thought, oh, this is cool. Like I found out about this. I didn't even know it had a meaning. Like I was excited about this like arrangement of letters that represented this character on the show that was like my favorite character. Yeah. Besides this one called Heavy Arms. Are you familiar with that show?
No, I'm not.
There's one called Heavy Arms. That's probably like my real favorite one. Okay. But Epyon is the name of my brand, so I can't.
You can't say that.
But yeah, so together what it means to me is even though you don't come from money and nobody expects you to do anything. Yeah. You know, like you come from a place that, you know, if you get a day job, your family's like, all right, cool. You got an apartment, you got a day job, you got a mobile home, you know, like the very modest of means. Yeah. It's like nobody has expectations of you. So even though you grow up poor, nobody even cares. Like you don't have any expectations. You have to work for every single thing that you own. You have to go through adversity to earn these things and to keep them. Because when you earn it, you have to keep it. Yeah. Everything has a cost to keep. Yeah. And it's like, even though you weren't royal, you didn't have everything handed to you through your hard work and expressing yourself in the most pure way, not being afraid of how people are going to perceive you. Mm-hmm. That's how you become successful. That was like my whole thing. Even though you weren't born with money, if you put the grind in, you can make yourself royal. Yeah. And you really can. Yeah. You know, and royal, like, in retrospect, like, I hate when people are like, yo, I'm royal, and they're like, yo, I'm a king and all this, because that's not even why I chose it. Yeah. You know, it's not even to be pretentious or anything. It's literally for the oxymoron. Yeah. And each word has 5 letters, so typographically you can make it look incredible. Yeah. Each word, EPY, ROY. You know, there's a lot of play in there, and I'm a designer, so it's fun to be able to have a challenge when it comes to like making words actually look cool. Yeah. Most words like don't look cool at all. If you stare at a word too long, you're like, is that how you even spell it? I'll spell Doug's name like 50 times on like promo cards. I'm like, all right, here's your promo cards, so he can give them out to people that don't buy stuff from us. I'm like writing Doug so long, I'm looking at him like, they really put a O and a U in this? Couldn't they just say D-U-G? This would make my job 25% easier. And I'm looking at it like, I'm spelling this wrong. I literally would be like, is that how to spell your name? You know, I can't even spell my name on my discount cards. Like, really? I just picked 3 letters, and I'm like, I tried them all in uppercase. I don't care if it spells anything. Let's go. Yeah, just TBZ. Like, simple, because I gotta write it out. I don't want to write out like my whole full name. A government name. But yeah, that's the name of the brand. It's just an oxymoron. And really like through these 10 years, like that's what I've illustrated. Yeah. Because like I've had a lot of adversity from naysayers, from other clothing company owners, promoters that like were my rivals before I even started a brand. You know, there's so much deep-seated like animosity towards the fact that I wanted to even do the brand in the first place. And the fact that it got so big to this point, like this time last year, I didn't have nearly as much inventory as I do now.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
like this time 3 years ago, forget about that.
Yeah.
You know, because I would do very low numbers and then sell them all. Up, new collection. Let's get creative. You know,
Yeah.
that's how it was. I would do like 5 shirts or something, 4 or 5, 6 shirts. I would do like 30 in each, and that's it.
Yeah. What do you think changed? I mean, why keep more inventory?
It's hard.
Oh.
Well, first of all, we keep more inventory on hand
Yeah.
because at Eastern Market
Oh.
and other big events, we weren't doing big events like that before, where there's a huge demand for specific sizes.
Yeah.
And at Eastern Market, if you don't have all the sizes, you're really losing the money. But like the customer is more important than the actual amount you get from the transaction, because these are people that if they appreciate your product and it's of quality when they wash it and they wear it and they beat it up, these are people that are going to invest in you and, you know, record a podcast with you years later. You know,
Yeah.
that's just how it works. And I'm the type of person to where if you work for the business in any capacity, like you get your just due. Like not even if it's not immediate, you know, if you really actually are cut from the same cloth as me and put in the effort and you, like Doug, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been doing stuff this whole time.
Yeah.
He's learning his own skills, you know.
Yeah.
But he's doing it for the brand too.
Right.
Because I'm gonna get all the pictures, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna promote his page. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not paying him for that, but I pay him every weekend when he comes out. You know, like when we
Yeah.
did Warped Tour, I paid him.
Yeah.
It's like stuff like that. Those are the kind of values that I hold. I'm talking way too much.
No, man. You're
Take
great.
it back. Take it back.
No, you're good, man.
Take the mic.
I know you're talking about Eastern Market. I guess for someone who doesn't know, I mean, what exactly is Eastern Market for someone who hasn't heard about it?
Eastern Market is the oldest, or no, it's the longest. God, I'm gonna get this wrong. Sorry, Eastern Market people. I know better. I know better. It's a very old open air market, and it's been around for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
It's a non-profit. Now it's a non-profit. You know, back in the day, it was just a place where people met to sell things.
Oh, okay.
Because Detroit was started on strip farming. You know what that means?
No.
Strip farming is instead of having a square plot of land, you have a strip of land. You know the 5 spokes of Detroit? How, like, you know that shirt I designed, the original street shirt, on the front it had that pattern with the circle, and then it had like these things that went out and over? That's literally the roadmap, the original roadmap of Detroit.
Oh, really?
It's called the 5 spokes. It's like Van Dyke, Gratiot. Like, there's other ones. I don't want to say all of them because people are going to kill me. Woodward is one of them. Shout out to you guys. But basically, originally Detroit was farmland because of the location and how close it was to the river and the trade with the French people in Canada, the French people that came to Detroit.
Yeah.
That's why all the Detroit street names are for the most part French.
Oh, okay.
Even Detroit itself is
It's
French.
Really?
Of French origin, yeah, because the original name is like, well, no, it's like something of Detroit or something. There was like a few different words, like the whatever, you know. I don't even want people are gonna kill me.
Yeah.
But that's why it's shaped like that.
Interesting.
But the market meets, like, here we go, hand time.
Yeah.
Shout out Michigan folk.
Yeah.
This is Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Right off the Detroit River.
Right.
Eastern Market is literally like a quarter mile to a half mile from the Detroit River.
Oh.
When we rent scooters, we ride them all the way to the river and back before we set up, and it takes it's less than a half hour both ways.
Really?
On a bird scooter, full max speed. But basically, Eastern Market was a place that was off of that little river.
Okay.
That everybody that had crops and had things to sell, that's where they brought it. Beaver pelts, guns, ammunition, anything people would need back then, settling a new place.
Yeah.
And it's still there.
Yeah.
It may have not had the same name. It may have not even been organized for a very long time before it became what it is today. But like they still uphold the same traditions. And that's the best part about it is they take brands like ours and they like see value in that, and they give you like every opportunity to meet genuine, authentic customers.
Yeah.
But ultimately, long story short, long story long, it's a place that on the weekends you could go down in the city and you could get a bunch of handmade goods made in the city or close to the city. Tons of like really good like small batch like food companies, like salsas and hot sauce and popcorn and
Oh, cool, yeah.
like kielbasa's and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have people like me that sell clothings and like accessories and home goods.
Yeah.
People sell candles. Like literally, you could make a candle business, which doesn't even cost that much. I love candles, so that's something I'd probably do.
Yeah.
And literally just like pour 100 candles on a Friday night,
Yeah.
which doesn't take that much time. You could sell them for $5 each at Eastern Market and make $500 the next day.
Shit,
But you
yeah.
got to put in the work to, you know, we made way more money when I brought Doug on because he's more social than me.
Yeah.
I'm like a counterpunch salesman. I wait for you to say something to me.
Yeah.
Doug, he's like the punch you twice salesman.
Okay.
He's going to say hi to you,
Yeah.
and then he's going to like, oh, I see you're looking at that. What size do you wear?
Oh.
And I'm already grabbing the size because I'm eavesdropping.
Yeah.
And I bring the size, and he puts it in the guy's hand. This is like stuff we worked on together.
Yeah.
But like that immediate like social positive, that's something he already had.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we brought him on. Because if he was just like me, it'd be pointless.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even do as well. Because we'd just both be waiting for people to say something to us.
Yeah.
We'd probably just be talking to each other.
Yeah. How long have you guys been doing Eastern Market now?
This is the 4th year. This
Fourth
is
year.
Doug's first full year was like last year.
Okay. Does
Yeah.
it run like all year? Is it like
The
a
Saturday market runs all year, but it condenses because
Okay.
you know farmers sell through their stuff and people that make
Yeah.
food based on seasonal items, they really don't. You know, 'cause
Yeah.
when you make a food product, you have to get everything from the same exact place.
Oh.
Otherwise, your formula changes altogether.
Oh,
So
interesting.
they really take that serious.
Yeah.
So when you can't get any more avocados from wherever you get them from, that's it.
Yeah.
You wait until spring. You know, that's why
Oh.
spring is such a big deal at the market.
Yeah.
And that's why we do so well, like, because people are ready. Like, everybody's ready. Like, all the farmers, like, people are ready to go, like, ready to sell. Like, whatever it is that they sell, it's like the customers are ready to buy. The vibe is cool. People are, like, street performers out there. There's companies giving away, like, free beverages and food all the time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of food trucks. Really, it's kind of like it's like a fair. Like, if you think of, like, the most authentic definition of a fair,
Yeah.
that's really what it is. It's a
Okay.
fair every weekend that, you know, we get to go there and, like, we made a bunch of friends there, other vendors, and all the vendors that we're cool with, like, we all provide for each other too, you know, like, so if, like, Doug and I get some, like breakfast sandwiches, you know, sometimes we might get a couple for other people. And then
Yeah.
next week, like, people will come up and just give us, like, a whole box of donuts.
Oh, cool.
Like a
yeah.
donut person and be like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, we didn't sell all of them. You guys look hungry. And Doug always is like, yeah, free food. I'm always like, no, I'm good, you know,
Yeah.
until they're like, are you sure? And they show me, I'm like, okay,
Yeah, right.
I'll have to take one of these donuts.
It's kind of like a cool little community down there then, too.
You got to
know?
come out, man.
Yeah.
It's serious because, listen, being an artist, there's a million ways that I feel like you can incorporate a community like that into what you do. And really, that's where I find most of the value from being a part of that Eastern market is, like, you know, when I'm in this office by myself a lot of times, unless
Yeah.
we're doing something, you know, unless there's something where there's other humans where, like this, right?
Yeah.
Like, when was the last time you came over?
Right.
And you definitely didn't bring all this stuff.
Right.
And it's like, it gives me the excuse to go out and, like, actually sell more than just online.
Yeah.
And it's whole different. It's everybody, every ethnicity, every color,
Yeah.
from absolutely no money at all, from the homeless people that lurk around over there,
Yeah.
to, like, filthy rich people,
Yeah.
super filthy rich people. And for the most part, there's, like, usually never drama, never too many, like, big things. Like, people don't get shot there because the market is, like, self-defending. Like,
Really?
the vendors, yeah, if the vendors feel like somebody is in somebody else's booth trying to steal, they're gonna let them know about it. If, like, somebody comes, like, say there's a patron that comes up to somebody else's booth and is, like, belligerent, like, say they were
Yeah.
drinking, like,
Yeah.
because they do tailgate parties at Eastern Market in the fall for the Lions,
Okay.
so people will come to it'll bring a lot more people to the market, but a lot of them are drunk.
Oh.
And sometimes it does cause issues, but, you know, if there's, like, a problem at like our buddy Teddy's booth, we're just gonna walk over there anyway. Oh, what's going on? Okay, cool. You know, like,
Yeah.
just like if somebody comes over to our booth, or if somebody's stealing from somebody else's booth, I'm like, hey, bro, keep an eye on this shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we do that. So there really is there's kind of no way anything could happen, and if it does, yeah, I'm sure it would be. You know, that's long story short, guys. Community matters.
Yeah. Oh man. I guess changing topics here. I know you've done a lot of work, in the music industry. You have connections there. Let's talk a little bit about you making music or playing music. I know that you.
Don't nobody want to hear about this.
Oh, come on.
No, I was in bands for a long time, and this was like before YouTube. This was like Pure Volume.
Yeah.
If you didn't have Pure Volume, you
Yeah.
didn't even know.
Yeah.
And I was in bands for so long, and I've been out of bands for so long.
Yeah.
It feels like I haven't been in bands ever.
Okay.
Like, it feels like if I fucking got on the stage in front of a mic stand,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, what the fuck am I doing, dog?
Yeah.
Like, my hair is a little long right now. I might have to go get it cut because
Yeah.
I'm fitting, or like I don't fit in. But I
Yeah.
wanted to play that show.
Yeah.
Why are you flipping this on me? I'll talk about the music scene in a minute.
Okay.
Why won't you join my rudimentary but fundamentally solid project, 2-minute and 30-second song lengths, acoustic emo band, yo. Not even acoustic, like
Yeah.
we can have some drum samples.
Yeah.
It
Well,
doesn't
let's do it. You need.
You're a
to
liar though.
Come.
You can make the music in literally 2 minutes, bro.
You gotta record it here.
I can't record it.
You
We
gotta-
can record it here. We can use Fernando's mics for all I care.
Yeah.
Because the worse it sounds, I think the better it is. But the thing is, you got to fix
Yeah.
my voice. That's why I need you.
Well, you gotta bring extra aux cables.
The good ones?
The
I don't
yeah,
have the
good-
thick ones, though.
Get the 10-pack. Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah, so every now and then I get inspired. I'm like, fuck, we can make so many, like, cool little ditties, like
Yeah.
little fun things that are, like, so throwback,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so derivative
Yeah.
that it sounds like something different.
No.
I have genius. Listen, bro.
Yeah.
All this business stuff I'm talking about,
Yeah.
all this marketing and 10 years of this, I could do the same thing in music. It's just
Yeah.
a product.
Yeah.
And if it's authentic and you're having fun making it, somebody else will have fun listening to it, and they will stream it, and then Spotify will give you 0.0003 cents. per
Is it?
stream.
Yeah. Is it
I
that?
don't know. I don't
yeah.
want to get sued. Spotify ain't listening.
Yeah. No.
They don't know what's really going on.
Right. It's low though. That is low. But yeah.
It's like I read somewhere, it's the equivalent of, if you remember in like the 90s when CDs cost like $20.
Yeah.
It's like the equivalent of if you sold your CD for $6. But
Really.
you still had to pay to press it, so you paid like
yeah.
$1 or something for like the finished jewel case with the nice paper and all the lyrics. Like that was the whole point of, that was the experience.
Yeah.
Buying music and having the paper, that made you like love what you were listening to more,
Right.
and the pictures.
Right.
But yeah, like we could do that in a heartbeat. You could easily make the music, but you have to make my voice sound a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need like, it really wouldn't, Doug. It really wouldn't, Doug.
No, that's the thing, man. Like I know we've talked about.
I'm not
it
the
online.
best singer, so I'll put it out there, Doug. Douglas.
With-
Douglas.
With an O and a U.
You guys can't hear Doug because these are real mics. But we have the Peanut Gallery chime in.
Shit. But
Hating it. But that's the thing, like
Yeah.
I actually like voice modeling and stuff like that. I think
Yeah.
it's cool when you listen to a lot of these like trap rappers and SoundCloud artists and
Yeah.
like these like very fundamental kind of in like grassroots, like Lil Peep and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where you could tell he's inspired so much by something
Mhm.
that even if like his early stuff, like, because I don't think Lil Peep is the best singer, right?
yeah.
He's like very derivative, but he's so derivative and exaggerative
Yeah.
that like it's so entertaining to me. That's
Yeah.
why I like that so much. Like music like that so much, because to me it's so authentic,
Yeah.
regardless of how technical it is or
Mhm.
like if it's on pitch or
But
on
that's
key.
yeah. I think like too, if you've got something that's authentic and you can kind of you can connect with, you kind of forgive like the technical aspect. That kind of goes for anything too. I think about that like with filmmaking or something like that. Like
Mhm.
you can make a great video or a great film with a great story, and like people will forgive it if you're not shooting on like crazy expensive equipment, 4K. Like no one. I mean, I don't want to say no one cares about that, but that's same kind of thing, man. If it's authentic and people connect with it, they forgive the technical stuff. But
Well, I think like most consumers only pay attention to the technical stuff if everything else was bad. For example,
Yeah.
like say you go to the movie
Right.
and you're watching like like Werewolf versus Frankenstein. Wait, wasn't that a movie?
Probably.
Listen, let's say you're watching Flubber, right?
Yeah.
It's Robin Williams. Robin Williams, like one of the golden standards of thespianism. Shout out to the thespians, man. Thespians. Anyways, but he's like the gold standard.
Yeah.
Disney is literally like the gold standard of intellectual properties.
Yeah.
I don't know about the gold standard of telling stories,
Yeah.
but they're the gold standards of owning intellectual properties, licensing, branding. They killed it.
Yeah.
Literally, who else could turn a group of like rudimentary I say rudimentary too. Who else can take a group of cartoons and then build like huge theme parks out of it?
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot, and that's all story, really.
Yeah,
You
right.
think about it, like the Disney cartoons, to me,
Yeah.
didn't look as good as like Acme cartoons. And
Yeah.
Acme cartoons, you know, like Looney Tunes,
Yeah.
they had so much adult themes in there.
Yeah.
Like, so they were supposed to appeal to like everybody, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the Acme products, like the Looney Tunes, that's like classic timeless stuff.
Right.
But in my opinion, it just doesn't hold a candle to what Disney does. And that's all story, that's all branding. It
Yeah.
all goes together.
Yeah.
But if a movie is bad, but the special effects were cool, people be like, yeah, it's cool special effects, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to go see that again. It's 3 hours of
Yeah.
boring, you know?
Yeah.
Or if a movie is like The Blair Witch, where it's telling this compelling story and it's so poorly put together,
Mhm.
but the hype around it. And you can't go on the internet to watch it.
Yeah.
You had to literally physically be there and film the thing
Yeah.
on physical film,
Uh-huh.
put it on a big tape, copy them, and like try to sell them or whatever if you wanted to pirate stuff.
Right. Oh yeah.
But everybody, there was so much buzz around the Blair Witch Project that everybody was like, I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I was like 8 years old. And I was like, look, guys, we're getting into this movie.
Yeah.
All my friends were terrified.
Yeah.
We rode our bikes to the movie. We had no money. We were
Yeah.
too young to get in. It was rated R.
Yeah.
We snuck in the back door. I was the last one remaining. I saw the whole movie. My friends dipped in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I had like one friend ride out like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta go, man. I can't see this.
Oh
I'm
no.
like, all right, well, my bike combination is this.
Yeah.
Lock my bike back up when you leave. And I saw the whole thing. It was a
Yeah.
bad movie. It was awful.
Yeah.
But like the hype around it and the story, it became successful.
Yeah.
And sometimes things are supposed to be bad
Yeah.
to grab you,
Mhm.
and then you make a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's like all the rap, like not all the rap nowadays, but there's so many rap artists nowadays
Yeah.
where you know they have a lot of talent, but they intentionally focus on to grab your attention, like do wild stuff.
Mhm.
All the narrative around them
Yeah.
more so than the music. That's why even if the music isn't like as good as like what people like the standards people hold rap to or used to or whatever,
Right.
you're still entertained by all the antics.
Yeah.
So people buy into the music because they love the character.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. That makes a lot of sense actually. But man.
But that's why we can make a band. Well, it wouldn't even really be a band. Literally, listen.
Yeah.
We'd make like 4 songs. We'd have the illest cover art. Literally the illest cover art.
Yeah.
We'd make a YouTube channel for the band.
Okay.
We are not putting our name on it, period.
Okay.
We're going to boost the posts. We're going to put YouTube ads on the videos so we could get more views.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
The fact that people don't know who it is, and if the visuals are good and the music is something. See, like I want to pull on nostalgia with the music. I want to be almost parody, but
Okay.
not parody.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Nah, maybe a little bit. Explain a little bit more.
So by almost parody is like say you emulate like a couple different vocalists that you like,
Yeah.
but you might over exaggerate some of the straining parts, or you
Oh.
might just you know like Ray Shremmer, how they do like random stuff with their voice.
Yeah, yeah, I think
They
so.
like over exaggerate things that act cartoony.
Yeah.
It's like a joke, but because it's different, it's like, oh wow, this is kind of supposed to be like humorous or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. And
Okay.
I think we could do that, but it'll never happen. This is like a vapor band. This is literally like a vapor band. Like,
Yeah.
yo, we're getting these people together. We have logo. You know, remember when people did that?
Yeah.
They're like, yo, my boy Ralph from down the street, Louie. Like, nobody plays instruments, but we got a logo. We took profile pics. You remember when bands would do that?
Down by the train tracks.
How stupid.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, did the photographers literally go, okay, guys, bring black V-necks and black jeans? And they're like, yo, Attack did that.
Yeah.
And then somebody's like, well, really, August Burn Red did it before. And then somebody's like, well, actually, I saw Cradle of Filth do that. Not really, but
Yeah, right.
you get the point.
Yeah. No, we'll do something.
We have a logo, a website, a teaser video.
Yeah.
Can you imagine these bands that put out teaser videos
Yeah.
and they don't have no music? They literally are just like, fuck, I had this like arrangement of different pads and like industrial clanks, and it kind of builds up. It's got a build up, but it's only like 7 seconds.
Yeah.
And the video is just gonna be like me smashing the glass on the floor, but it's slow motion glass breaking.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the build up is about to crush, it's gonna go to a black screen.
Boom.
and
EP
tell
coming
you,
soon.
And tell you the date.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna go get it recorded by some schmuck.
Yeah.
You gotta record that on GarageBand or it ain't real.
Audacity. Oh man.
No, that's too harsh.
That's too hard.
It's very. You can't do anything on. If you want to get audio onto the computer,
Yeah.
you use Audacity. If you want to model any of that audio
Yeah.
or change it, or
Dude,
it's horrible.
I don't even know. I've seen Audacity,
But it was
before,
free. It was free.
was free, yeah.
If you wanted to start making any kind of recordings back
Yeah.
in the day,
Yeah.
that's what you did.
Yeah.
And we use it for our podcast today.
Oh, do you?
It's literally like the same Audacity
Yeah.
that I used, like
They haven't changed
2002 or
anything. Yeah.
something.
I mean, they've got like effects in there, right? Or I mean,
No.
no, really?
No, they have like the basic like compression or
Okay.
like you can like fade things.
Yeah.
But we actually have another plugin that we use that's like separate from Audacity.
Okay.
To model all the mics, to do like the levels and
Yeah.
to make sure it's, Fernando's voice is louder than mine, so he might peak more.
Okay.
So to get all the levels, what is that, mixing? Is that what
Yeah,
they call
yeah.
it? Like we mix it through that, but we just record it with Audacity.
Okay.
And it still sounds awful.
Gotta get this set up, man.
I'm going to tell you what I think you should do for your podcast,
Yeah.
but not on the podcast.
Okay. All right.
Because if you don't use the idea,
Yeah.
I don't want anybody else to use the idea, because if I want to use it,
Yeah.
then it never existed, right?
Okay. Yeah. Don't forget. We'll definitely talk about that. Let's talk outside of Epyon Royal. I know that you run a few other businesses. Like Onyx City, and more recently you've been getting into subdivision cookies and whatnot.
Yeah, it's really more so like passion projects,
Yeah.
because the Onyx City thing came. It was originally a skateboard brand. 'Cause
Yeah.
my buddy Robbie and I were like, we want to make boards,
Mhm.
and like all the graphics at the store suck. It's like I appreciate the graphics today
Okay. Yeah.
because I'm like a little more distant from skateboarding. I appreciate them for their like slapstick or maybe cartoony art style, because I actually really like the graphic designs of Pogs.
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 Man.
Pogs. You know what I'm talking about?
Probably. I don't know.
Oh
why.
my god! Oh man, I forget how young you are. Listen, Pogs
Yeah.
were a circle piece of cardboard, a thin, dense cardboard, right?
Okay.
Like a good, like almost like a credit card, but made out of cardboard. So hard, right?
Okay.
And on the top, it would have like a picture, and they had like world famous graphic artists at the time, like, and this is like 90s and 80s type time. It's really
Okay.
popular in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And so it was like Pokemon cards, like all these businesses made them. It wasn't even like there was a brand Pogs, a Pogs brand,
Mhm.
but literally like it was lawless. Like everybody made whatever they wanted, different shape Pogs, spiky Pogs, hologram Pogs, and what you would do is you'd buy them from the store,
Yeah.
and they weren't that much money. It's like a couple bucks for like a bunch of Pogs.
Okay.
And you keep them in a big tube. So the tube was just big enough for the Pog to fit. You stack them all in there.
Yeah.
So it was like one of those like imagine like that tube at the bank,
Sure. Oh yeah.
and
I know what you mean.
that thing fits
Yeah.
in there perfectly. They
Yeah.
all just slid in there.
Oh.
And the point of Pogs were you had a mouse pad, so you get a little bounce, and you stack up your Pogs, and you go, oh, you put up 10 Pogs, I'll put up 10 Pogs,
Yeah.
and you stack your Pogs up.
Yeah.
You hold on to your Pogs, right?
Yeah.
I'll stack my Pogs up.
Yeah.
You take your Slammer, which is a really thick Pog, usually made out of like metal. They got crazy with them. They made them in like the shape of bombs, like different shapes.
Oh, okay.
Like literally like using gravity and manipulating different shapes of slammers to do for different things. But I had this thick metal one.
Okay.
And it had like a textured. I had a bunch, but this one was my favorite. It's like a gold. It's like brass or something.
Yeah.
And this, the whole point of Pogs, on the backside of the Pog was usually like the company logo, the business that made those Pogs.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole point of Pogs was you take the slammer and you throw it on a Pog,
Okay.
on a stack.
Yeah.
And whatever Pogs flip up, I get to keep those.
Oh.
So I just slam my Pogs, my slammer on your Pogs, and they all flipped over. I'm keeping them.
Oh.
And I get to pick your Pogs that I want to play for. So if you got favorite Pogs, don't even bring them.
Oh yeah.
But that was the whole thing. You get to pick your favorite 10 out of mine. I get to pick my favorite 10 out of yours.
Oh,
it was
cool.
like the best, and like they wouldn't always all flip over. Sometimes they wouldn't flip over at all.
Yeah, and then,
so we could go 10 for 10 Pogs.
Mm-hmm.
Your slammer is different than mine. Maybe like the density of the Pogs are all different.
Yeah.
They have different manufacturers.
Yeah.
So if you hit my Pogs and none of them flip over, and they just spill, but none of them flip over,
Yeah.
those are my Pogs.
Okay.
You don't get no Pogs.
Yeah,
all
they
yours flipped
flip
over, and
over.
I took 10 of your Pogs.
Oh shit.
And
yeah.
those could have been your favorite. You never know.
Right.
But that's why you always played with like ones that you didn't like.
Yeah.
So you'd buy so many of them because you'd find so many you liked. You're like, nope, can't play with these.
Yeah.
And you'd have like a huge collection of bad ones.
Okay. Yeah.
Like crappy ones that
Yeah.
you just
Huh.
didn't care about.
Dang.
Yeah, but Pogs, they had like scratch and sniff Pogs, hologram Pogs,
Really?
plastic ones, like
Man.
see-through. Like they had it was cool. It was like pure 90s like madness,
Do
you know?
you remember any of your favorite ones? You know, like.
Yeah, I had this one. It was called Acid Rain. It was literally like, if you can imagine like a 90s like skull, right? A
Yeah.
hand-drawn skull in the 90s. And then
Yeah.
the background had like pink flames or something. And
Yeah.
it had like holographic silver rain.
Okay.
And it was melting the skin off of the skull.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was called Acid Rain. But they had a lot of stuff like that, like the gnarly kind of... If you can imagine like Nardog 80s, Nardog 90s type stuff, that's like what it was. You know, like a rat in a hot rod,
Yeah.
burning oil, and like Jason and like all these pop culture things, and it was like kind of the craze before Pokemon took off. But the cool thing about Pogs, it was like gambling too.
Oh, is that what Pogs look like?
Well, let me put on the specs.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Yeah, this is exactly what they. Oh wait. Yeah. Look, see how there's a skull on one. There's a skull on one. There's a yin yang. There's like Eminem Pogs that probably were not made by Eminem.
Yeah.
And if they were, shout out to Eminem for being smart with their marketing that back in the day.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there's like little characters from shows. I had 8 balls and yin yangs. These are like Pog brand Pogs, I think.
Okay.
The yin yangs. These are like rare ones.
Really?
Because I had some of these. This is like probably somebody's collection or some shit. This is
Yeah.
an eBay listing.
Oh,
That's where
okay.
this picture's from.
I see.
Let's
Yeah.
click the eBay listing. This
Yeah.
isn't my phone. I'm on Grant's phone clicking links
Do it, man.
on eBay. Here we go. Damn, $2.50 for 35. All right, put a
Damn.
bit. Now I'm kidding. Yeah, I guess they weren't rare. I thought they were. I actually had some of these, but that's cool because these are like Pog brand Pogs. I don't know about the Eminem ones.
Yeah.
But I had the yin yang for sure, and I had 8 balls. There was like anything that was shaped like a circle in the real world.
Yeah.
They made a Pog.
Really?
Like a bike tire Pog.
Oh,
and it'd
that's
be like
cool.
a photo of a tire, a clock face Pog. Like
Okay.
it was literally lawless, and it was all just based on like graphic design.
That's cool. Yeah.
It was like graphic design, collectionism in the 90s, and then gambling because
Yeah.
I'm hyper competitive. I was ruthlessly seeking kids out to play Pogs with.
Really?
I had huge Pog collections, massive ones, like
Yeah.
literally. If you go to like when I was in elementary school,
Yeah.
in the Lost and Found, there'd just be tons of Pogs in there.
Really?
Tons and tons, like loose, floating around. Just like, not like somebody's tube sitting there and they're going to come get it. It's like floating in the Lost and Found. We'd go, like me and all my friends, we'd go to each Lost and Found. There was like one at every main entrance.
Yeah.
And we just take all the Pogs.
Take all the Pogs. Yeah.
And we were ruthlessly like savage about, we never play each other because we always wanted like a big collection. So we'd be like a gang of Pog flippers, literally going around the neighborhood. We'd play with the big kids too, because Pogs were like the type of dudes that wear Doc Martens and had combat pants and like the long olive green like denim jacket.
Oh, okay.
They
yeah.
played Pogs.
Oh shit.
The
yeah.
bad 16-year-olds from the 90s, like the villains and like the Disney Channel original movies with the slick back long hair. We would seek them out.
Yeah.
Because they were like Pog legends, but I was good.
Yeah.
And like literally like fist fights got out over Pogs. And
No
like, because
shit.
people would like bring their collection with them, right?
Yeah.
So they could show off.
Okay.
But if you bring your collection and you ask me to play,
Yeah.
that Pog belongs to you, is free game. If you don't want to lose it, you can't bring it. That's like the rule.
That's the rule, yeah.
Pogs get deep, everybody. Welcome back to the Pog podcast. You know the craziest thing, bro?
That was your
You
idea.
know the craziest thing?
Yeah.
Listen, bro. Pog, the actual logo of Pog,
Yeah.
the actual name of Pog,
Yeah.
and the original like caveman mascot of Pog,
Yeah.
a orange juice company bought all of that, and they made an orange juice company called Pog.
Really?
I've seen the packaging and stuff, but I've never looked at the bag. But I almost feel like they don't even acknowledge Pog at all.
Yeah.
And it was like somebody like maybe nostalgic, like maybe they were a teenager when it was relevant, and they just had money and they're like, "Fuck it, man.
Buy it.
I'm doing this business. I like Pog. I want to buy that logo or whatever."
Wow.
Because I want to buy the Glamour Kills logo.
Oh, really?
Because they're not making no money. They're not doing anything.
Is that the one with the pig and the wings? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like a cutout. There's no
Yeah.
line work. It's literally like if somebody cut a pig out of pink construction paper
Yeah.
and cut wings out of white construction paper.
Yeah.
One wings, one pig.
Yeah.
That's why I like it. I want to buy it, but I don't think the owner wants to sell it.
Really? They're not doing anything anymore?
Well, I was sending him an email every week for 2 months straight. I really wanted to buy it.
I remember.
Like
seeing that.
I was like, I got $1,000 for this.
Yeah.
There's no way he's making $1,000 on this still.
Yeah.
He did not reply to my emails at all, and
Really?
he's in this book. That's how I found the owner's name and that not the jet. I have a book.
Is it the power one? Or
No, it's called Threads Not Dead.
Oh, okay.
That was my only resource for other than Google search when I started Epyon Royal to like kind of learn.
Yeah.
Because I got that book in like 2012. That book is a case study from like a lot of the biggest like underground clothing companies, like people that do like I do. There's a brand called Glamour Kills. They interviewed them. They interviewed. There's a brand called Paint the Stars. There was like Johnny Cupcakes, brands like that. The very weird niche ones.
Yeah.
But he didn't reply to my email.
Ah. Fuck.
I think he's offended though,
Why's that?
because you know when people do clothing lines, usually they choose to stop
Okay.
because it's super hard.
Yeah.
And you have to make a lot of sacrifices. And a lot of times, like you put in a lot of effort into something that is supposed to express you.
Yeah.
And when people try to like tear you down or like belittle it, which happens all the time in clothes, think about it.
Yeah.
What is like people? That's all they do is like, oh yeah, you don't even got real Yeezys, or oh that's some fake this or fake that. Like,
Right.
who cares
Yeah.
about? It's like the aesthetic. Like, but that's how nitpicky people are. So
Yeah.
if you start a clothing brand with no money at all, and it like literally, if you look at that shirt, there's no custom tags. It's like the thickest single layer of plastisol. Literally, they did not print flash print these shirts. They were like, these are budget shirts. It's
Yeah.
printed on Hanes Beefy. Back in the day, they called them heavyweights.
Man.
Now they just call them beefy because heavyweight is offensive.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Probably.
But
I
the
don't know.
shirt, like literally the thickness of the shirt is like an Afghan. It's so thick,
Really?
it's so coarse.
Yeah.
But
Is that one of the first designs then, or
no, that's the very first
that's
shirt.
the very first one. The
the
very,
first shirt that ever came off of a press that was for the public. Like, because
Wow.
when I first started Epyon Royal in like 2008, I was like just making shirts on Zazzle for myself. Because
Yeah.
I didn't want to wear anybody else's brand.
Huh.
Like, I wasn't trying to be sponsored skateboarding anymore. I kind of like didn't talk to any of the people that like hooked me up with stuff.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do my own thing. And,
Okay.
and you know, like those shirts at the time were way better quality than my shirts, and now they're not, you know.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was like people would look at it and be like, oh, that's not Diamond Supply Co. or that's not DC. That's not Asphalt Yacht Club, you know. They're like, there's some whatever. But I feel like a lot of brand owners, they just choose to stop.
Yeah.
And I think when they choose to stop, it's very hard. You know, like, I don't think I've ever thought about stopping, but I definitely thought about, like, what my life would be like if I didn't do Epyon Royal. Even if I did other businesses, I have to do this one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is what gave me, like, existence. Like, this brand gave me purpose.
Yeah.
So if I trade the thing that gives me purpose for finances, I'm going to depreciate 30%.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Inflation is going to kill me. So think about it. If your dreams boil down to dollars and cents, it doesn't sound like a good investment to me with the inflation rate.
Mm-hmm.
There's more to life than finances. So to run a clothing brand, it's a lot of hard work. Even when you're making a lot of money, it's more work.
Yeah.
Literally, like people think when a business makes more money, you're like, oh, it's easy. No, it's real. It's way more work. Ask Doug. Like if we do Eastern Market and we really go in, we have ton of inventory. We're hyper. We're happy. We're going in.
Yeah.
We're working hard.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving that booth unless it's to use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
He's not leaving that booth unless it's the same, or we're like going to buy some drinks from the store or something.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think that guy, he just probably was like, he just decided to stop, or maybe he made enough money because they made a lot of money.
Yeah.
They worked with all the biggest brands.
Yeah, like I remember
every band on Fearless got stuff from them.
when I think of Glamour Kills, I think of All Time Low.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, and everybody else on Fearless though.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
what you think, but
Right.
Glamour Kills was sending. They're like they were in bed with Fearless, you know, just like
Yeah.
Start was with like We Came as Romans.
Yeah.
It's like people that came up together.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the All Time Low, the Alex guy,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was best friends with the owner of Glamour Kills anyway.
That makes
prior
sense.
to that.
Okay.
Just like Aaron from Start was like best friends with We Came as Romans before either of them even became relevant, and Icy
Yeah.
Stars and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I forgot the original question.
Oh man, I lost it too.
Oh my
man.
god, the
Yes.
people listening to this, they know what the original question is. They're
Yeah.
like, what am I
the
listening to?
Yeah. Right.
Who is this guy,
Yeah.
and why is he taking control of this thing?
Yeah.
But no, yeah, man. So I figure if I sent the email, maybe he was just like, man, like maybe he just still wants it, or maybe
Oh, yeah.
he's just keeping it because it's important to him.
Yeah.
Just like I would never sell the rights to my logo, even if I
Yeah.
didn't do Epyon Royal.
Yeah.
I'd do another business with the logo just because that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to ask you too. Like the bird and the diamond. I mean, what's that signify to you?
Well, like when I first made it, when I first made a design, it wasn't even supposed to be a logo. It was just,
really?
I was like, I downloaded some t-shirt templates online, and
Yeah.
I was just messing around with placement because I was like, oh, I really want to print some stuff. But I had Photoshop, so I was just playing around, and I found the bird in like a Wingdings typeface pack.
Oh, really?
And I found the diamond in like the second version of the Wingdings pack, like Wingdings 1 and Wingdings 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this bird is cool. So I put the bird on my canvas, and I was like, all right, I'm going to keep it there for a minute. And I was just looking at pictures, and I was like, oh, this diamond looks sick, you know?
Yeah.
Now I took both of them, and I put them together,
Yeah.
but I switched them up a little bit. But they look very much like the original Wingdings. The current logo is completely illustrated. Like, it's all original,
different,
everything.
yeah.
Like, most of the stuff we do that isn't directly, like, a spin-off or a spoof of somebody else, you know?
Yeah.
We don't do too many of those, like the Pokemon Go shirts.
Yeah.
With, like, the Illegal Business Controls Detroit shirt.
Mhm.
That's, like, a spoof off, like, a Supreme shirt that says Illegal Business Controls America.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I
that's,
was
like,
wondering
our
about that.
spoof of that. But their
Yeah.
aesthetic fits our aesthetic anyway. And that statement is like applicable regardless.
Yeah.
And we always have so much fun at Eastern Market. Like people like take it offensively. People
Yeah.
agree with it. They're like, "What do you mean by this?" We're like, "We leave it open to interpretation," and they hate that
Yeah.
because
yeah,
that triggers like the nana nana boo boo response. Because it's like,
Oh.
"Hey, what do you got in your hands?" You're like, "Nothing." You
Yeah.
don't got shit in your hands. You remember that being a kid?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, I don't got nothing in my hands. Let me see. Let me see. All right, give me a piece of your candy for it. All right. And you're like eating the candy and you just go,
Nothing there. Yep.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Because really, it's really just kind of like a spoof off another brand that I like. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's cool. Like,
Mhm.
it's applicable. Like, I thought it was funny. And
Yeah.
like, when I posted it online, I was like, I'm going to get flamed so fucking hard for this. Like,
Yeah.
people don't know what parody is.
Yeah.
People that dislike me are like, oh, that's ripping off. But
Mhm.
like, I laughed my ass off when I like found a typeface that looked similar, and I put it all down, and I made a picture, and I made a JPEG and posted it.
Yeah.
I was like laughing.
Yeah. Really.
I'm gonna delete this in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
This is gonna get me burned alive. But then everybody, it got like 60 likes or something.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
people were like, oh, bro, when are you gonna put that out? I was like, oh, shoot, next week. Like, I'm saying my ordering my blanks, like, yo, let's go.
Come on. Yeah.
Yo, I need some screens. We're doing it.
Oh man.
A few people like it. This is good enough to put it into production. But that's how I've always been, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, if I like it
Yeah.
and it gets a reaction out of me, somebody else has to like it.
Yeah.
And that's with everything in life. You could be the worst singer ever. Listen, when I was in bands, and they were like awful bands, you know, like the really bad ones early on. We still had people that were like, "We love you," making posters and shit. Like, yo, I had this band called Sounds of Arcadia. It's like it's still on MySpace.
Really?
I don't know if you can listen to the songs though.
Dude, I
don't know if you can listen to the songs, and you can't download them anymore.
Dude,
I wanted to get those songs back because I don't have them.
MySpace. If there's anything, MySpace only has music from 2015 up until now. I just saw.
Nope.
It's
Nope.
gone. Yeah, all my old shit's gone.
That's a big no for me.
Yeah.
That was like 2000. Like the last band I was in, literally was like 2007.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
A long time. But like the first band I was in was like 2002 or something.
Okay. Jeez. Yeah. Been a while.
Yeah, I got that Lost Prophets album, the Start Something album.
Okay.
I was like, that's it. I gotta make music. I can't do this no more.
Yeah.
Like that album just spoke to me at a young age, so I was like, all right, it's time. Like just started buying shit, like getting a job, like yo, we gotta get it. Let's go. Like my friends, I'm like, all right, you gotta play bass.
Yeah.
Like you know when you have stupid friends.
Yeah.
Bass guitar, when you actually are a practitioner of the bass, is very impressive. I think
for sure.
Is an amazing instrument. Mm-hmm. In a post-hardcore band, no. Hell no.
You could have started. You bought your bass a week ago. You hadn't even touched a bass prior to that.
Listen, I was in bands.
Yeah.
I was in bands with bass players that plugged their thick cable.
Yeah.
Directly into the PA mixer.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding, bro. I can't make this up.
Oh my god, that tone.
I can't make this up, people.
Oh, that bass tone had to be amazing.
Listen, you want to know what the sound guy did every time? No matter where we were?
What's that?
Literally was yelling at me because I'm the only guy that has the thing to talk back. Hey, motherfucker, I don't even play bass. And like literally, he's like, all right, yeah, I got it. Shit's all the way off.
Yeah, all the way off, man.
And then the bass player doesn't even know. We don't have in-ear monitors.
Yeah.
We could barely, the floor monitors aren't even set up because we don't even know how to sound check right.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, oh yeah, it sounds good. The sound guy's like, yeah, well, I'm just gonna go flirt with these girls over here and get drunk.
Yeah.
You know, like turn the bass all the way down though. And then we were just sitting there with like line 6 combo amps, like
the Spider,
like the Spider one, like the original Spider, like 35-watt combo amp with the red branding. Like they used to have that burgundy plastic on the thing.
Okay, yeah.
And they had like these like, I don't know if they're bronze, but the knobs, like, you know how now that's all black and they had like the clean logo with the chrome knobs or whatever.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the amp was like red pretty much. It had this big red plastic thing. Yeah. That's like what we played with.
Really?
Like combo amps.
Combo amps.
Not even mic'd. But that was like early, like, that was a long ass time ago.
Wow.
But yeah, it got dark.
It
started dark. But I think all music starts horrible.
Yeah, it
regardless
does.
of who's making it.
Yeah. Do you miss putting on shows regularly? Like,
yeah, I do, but like for the reasons like people don't put on shows.
Okay.
And by that I mean like when I had shows, we made lots and lots and lots of money.
Yeah.
More money than most of our local competitors, and that's why they hated us.
Yeah.
But the thing was, I spent a lot of money on the production of the shows. I put a lot of money into marketing. Yeah. I put a lot of money into we got literally physical laminate passes. Who else does that for VI? Or who else does that for a local show? Yeah. And it's literally, people are like, oh, why do you guys do that? And it's literally because some people out there will never play in a band, and they love the brand, and they want that little plastic piece. Yeah. You know, they want the plastic piece so they could feel like they're a part of the culture that they love to be a part of. Mm-hmm. But other promoters would talk so much crap about me for selling like VIP passes. And it's like, look, our shows are in the winter. Yeah. This pass gets you in a half hour early if the venue isn't being mean, you know? Yeah. If you're gonna buy merch, especially our merch, you gotta get there early because, like I said, we were only doing, every design was like 30 shirts, and when it's sold, we'd be like, all right, tough luck, maybe we'll do a different color. But yeah, there's a lot of money to be made in shows, but like I like doing it because it was like my excuse to get everybody together, to like force people that I like to all beat each other and to all be a part of, like, because Epyon Royal, it really kind of created this like almost like a cult village. Okay. It's not like a group, it's not a tribe, it's not organized enough to be a tribe, but it's like a village of like, and I'm talking about like decor.
Okay.
You know, like the people that go to shows early and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like they want to be in there early. They want to get the merch early. Like I always had limited edition stuff at every single show.
Yeah.
People that cared about it and they wanted that, but like other promoters would ridicule that. And it's like literally these people want these things so they could get in to get these other things so they can go meet bands, and like these people still idolize these bands even if they're local. Like you could still have admiration and like express that, but
sure.
like other promoters, they would like poop on it. But it's like I miss that aspect. Like we made a lot of money and we always sold a lot of clothes, but like literally I didn't know what we sold till I was at home counting the money.
Oh really?
Like, I didn't care that much. I cared about making the money because I organized it so well.
Yeah.
But like when I was like just in the moment, you know, like my mind's racing and I'm doing like 50 jobs at once.
Yeah.
Like running my booth or running from my booth, and like I got 4 friends helping me, and like everybody just putting the money in the cash box and shit. Like running a raffle or getting on stage and like thanking. Like I would get on stage at every single show and just say thank you to people for coming.
Yeah.
How many promoters?
Dude, no.
How many people that promote shows that actually get on stage and say, "Hey guys, you know, before the first band gets on stage, I just want to stop, say thank you for coming out." You know, I would say that every show, and I would think about what I was gonna say and be thoughtful about it. Like literally, like. And they would all be along the lines of like, you know, I started this brand in the trunk of my car. You know, I see a lot of familiar faces. I see a lot of new faces. Like, I appreciate you guys. Like, everybody wants to come talk to me. Like, come over here. Like, I wanted to make friends. You know, like all the friends I have now. Like, I didn't meet Doug until I was doing Epyon Royal. I didn't meet Robbie until I was doing Epyon Royal. I knew Fernando in high school. I knew my friend Brian in high school. Yeah. There's other people that we're really close with, like you too. Like, I never knew you until I did Epyon Royal.
Right.
And when I started, I like got rid of all my friends.
Yeah.
And all my friends after that came as a result of my business, you know?
That's interesting.
So to be able to bring like my friends, my new friends into the like music environment, and then the spectators, and like there's so many people that came to our shows that never would go to a local show ever.
Really?
Never, ever.
Yeah,
like literally, you've been to the shows.
Yeah,
It's mostly not hardcore kids.
Yeah, you're right.
Almost all of it is like not. There's like a good 30% at our like peak capacity of like local support, but we always brought friends, family, new people, preppy people, like people in like law school, like literally like there's literally famous people at my shows every single time. There's reps from alternative press at my shows every single time. Like literally people like half the band Bayside came to my.
Oh really? Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I don't even know Bayside like that.
Yeah.
They were friends with this one girl. She's a stripper. You know, I don't want to drop names.
Yeah.
People follow what I do. But she was like cool with all the band guys.
Yeah.
And then they came out to the show and they bought laminate passes to get in.
No shit, yeah.
They bought laminate passes to get in.
There you go.
And the guy at the door knew who they were.
Wow.
This guy came up to me. He's like, "Yo, Bayside's here." I was like, "What is that?" I was serious. I'm like, he's like, "Should I let him in?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah." Or did they pay?
Yeah.
He's like, "Not yet, but I'm seeing if it's cool. If you know, it's Bayside." I didn't know what it was. I was like, "Man, some VIP passes, bro."
Yeah.
And like the band was literally like, "So what is this laminate? Is this like a touring show?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, we just make VIP passes because they look cool and people love them. They want to feel part of the music. They're like, that's the coolest thing ever."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and
cool.
that's like a lot of bands do that.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like if you get a VIP all access, it looks just like the tour pass. It
Yeah.
says like the date. You know, it's not like a real tour pass, but it's close to it.
Yeah.
That's like what I always wanted to provide. So I put all the band's logos on there.
Yeah.
And like half the bands had like, "Oh my god, bro, scene drama." But no, like yeah, that's what I miss most about shows.
Yeah.
Because I think that sense of community is like important.
Yeah.
It really
absolutely.
My online sales were at their highest when I was like most active like that.
Yeah.
But now it's like Eastern market is so crazy. I'd be a fool to not keep cultivating that.
Right.
And the audience is like, there's no malice. The thing about music is like, people that make music have to be super passionate about it. And when you're super passionate, you have some kind of insecurity about it.
Mm-hmm.
When you see everybody else that might be doing more than you, or maybe this promoter ain't putting you on their show and they're putting some other band that you hate, there's like a lot of weird tension.
Yeah.
And I dealt with it for like almost 2 decades. Playing shows, booking shows, and working with bands. Yeah. And I just hit a point where I'm like, man, like this guy with this clothing brand, like he's just relentlessly trying to like throw rocks at me. I never even talked to him in my life.
Yeah.
These guys like making all this stuff up. I'm like, literally, because my shows bring people out.
Right.
You know, so for me, I was like, man, how can I keep putting energy into an environment that's like partially trying to destroy me?
Yeah. Damn.
You know, even though I love music, I
Mhm.
love bringing people together, and I love having an excuse to sell clothes to new people. Like, that's the best part. Current customers, that's awesome, because if they stay for a long time, they buy the new stuff, the old stuff, that's great, you know. But they know why they're invested in the brand. Like, they know whether it's me or something else, the videos or the pictures, or there's some reason why they're invested. But a new person, they're literally, they see that design, they don't know me from videos, they don't know me from pictures or any bands or none of that. They don't know me from nothing. Most of these people think I'm just like a regular old dude selling shirts at like the swap meet.
Yeah.
But we go there, we run it like it's a store.
Yeah.
Like, we're one of the only people. Look at Doug over here. We're like one of the only vendors that run our business like a store. Yeah. We don't leave early. We get there early. We get there half hour earlier than most people.
And that's only right now.
And we don't
Really?
we don't even rush to set up. You know, we take time, we catch up, we hug, we talk about what we want to do today. Like, that's the level I'm on.
Yeah.
And I can't have any sort of like malice in that. Even though I love music,
Yeah.
it's like I kind of have to love it from a distance, you know.
Sure.
And it's like the local scene imploded. Like, literally, when I left,
Yeah.
everybody that was hiding in my shadow when I moved
Yeah.
evaporated in the sun.
Really.
Think about it.
Yeah.
All the bands I worked with,
Yeah.
don't say any names. We're not
Okay, yeah.
promoting them
Yep.
on these platforms that we build.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about bands I work closely with that got signed.
Yeah. Yeah.
The minute I stopped working with them, fizzle.
Yeah.
Because when you're the guy that introduces them to the people that are signing them to do business,
Mhm.
and then they don't hold up their end of the bargain,
Yeah.
and now the people that's your contact is looking at you like, man,
Yeah.
your credibility is messed up.
Yeah.
So like, let's say I have friends in another band, I was like, oh, I'm gonna take it personal.
Yeah.
I gotta help.
Yeah.
You know, I'll make calls, but it's like, or I would have made calls,
Mhm.
but it's like, if somebody's in this label, and they're like investing a lot of money, these A&Rs, it's like if I tell an A&R about somebody and the A&R brings the band or whoever to the label,
Yeah.
like, it's that A&R's reputation and my reputation, and it's rock music, so we're not making royalties if these bands get signed. Like, if I brought the hottest rapper
Mhm.
to Def Jam,
Yeah.
I get a finder's fee. I get a cut off of
really?
if
Huh.
you do real business. Like,
Yeah.
if you just bring a guy, hey, I got this hot fire, here's the link for free.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't even gonna know his fucking name. I'm
Yeah.
gonna play you this music. We can't record nothing, but I want a percentage of this.
Yeah.
That's like why A&Rs exist in the first place.
Okay.
They go out and scout,
Yeah.
bring them to the label because they get a little percentage off of that.
Huh.
It's just like Lil Wayne and Drake and Birdman and like Rap-A-Lot Records.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people are making money off Drake, but Drake's still making a lot of money.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. I miss doing all that, but maybe someday. I think I wanted to this year. I really wanted to.
Yeah.
But like, things just got so heavy for me.
Sure.
And booking a show is like, bruh, it's
lot.
literally like you're gonna start a business in 3 months,
Yeah.
and then the day the business starts, it's over.
Yeah.
That's what a show is for
Yeah.
me, at least. That's
Yeah.
why they were mostly all successful.
Yeah.
Because I was literally like, I'm starting a show called Loyalty Fest, or I'm starting a business called Loyalty Fest.
Yeah.
I need to have the product. I need to make sure the product is promoted, displayed. That's why I always made like little teaser videos. I had sizzle reels for the local bands on my shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would
remember that.
spam them. I would put my own money into Facebook ads to promote these like little sizzle reels.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's like, you don't get recognition. Like, the minute like you're not like helping these people out as much as you used to or something,
Mhm.
it's like completely switch. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't like you.
Yeah.
And I can't be a part of that. You
Yeah,
know,
no.
I want, if I invest in you emotionally, financially, physically, somehow,
Right.
it's because like I want it to be a perpetual thing.
Mhm.
Like, I don't want to be friends with somebody and I'm like, no, I want to chill around this guy.
Yeah.
As Doug, I never am like, so and so's coming.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, we're just not inviting so and so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
no.
Like, oh, this activity is not an activity that so and so would even like. so and so is gonna ruin the vibe, so we just do it on our own. You know, it's just stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Did you even have questions? Like, I feel like we
I did, man.
You probably had way more questions than we actually. Rifle some questions, and I'm gonna give you real short answers.
All right, man.
Don't laugh at me. He's like, you can't say nothing short.
All right, here's a fun one.
You guys got through like 2 questions.
We really got like 4. Each one is like a stanza.
Actually,
like footnotes.
we've kind of hit some notes that I wanted to talk about, but I guess a little side thing, since, you're influenced by music, if you had to narrow down your 3 top favorite albums, what would they be?
Well, you have to say genre first. Come on, dude. I listen
Okay.
to way. You watch my Instagram stories.
Yeah, no,
You
no.
literally watch my Instagram stories and think, who is this? Like, what is he listening to? What are these lyrics? What is this rap? Like, you literally be like, I've never heard this.
Yeah.
This guy listens to the most random music ever. Like, people hit me up, hey, what band is that?
All right.
Like, I don't know. There's a Shazam. Is that like an app you can
Yeah,
use that
no,
for? Get
dude.
outta
Yeah,
here.
I use that. Yeah.
Do your
Google
Googles.
Pixel 3 does that shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It figures it out for
I'm
you.
like, this is old music. You
Right.
ain't gonna find it that quick. Do your Googles.
Okay, let's say just
Give me one genre.
We
can do other genres too, but give me the first one.
All right,
Pick
we'll
one.
we'll start with like the hardcore scene. Just like
I'll just call it like rock,
yeah, that's fine.
like
yeah, whatever.
guitar
Yeah,
based.
like Loyalty
music.
Fest, like that kind of scene.
Like it wouldn't be anybody local. That's for damn
Sure.
All the local bands I love are like not around.
Yeah.
Like For Dire Life's Sake, like that band is crazy good to me.
Yeah.
There was a band called oh man, I must not like them too much. A Second Too Late. The drummer actually was the salad.
Irony.
Listen. The drummer was that. The drummer.
Yeah.
What he actually got a job
Yeah.
as the salad guy at Red Lobster.
What?
Yes.
Damn.
I'm literally like, John, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He's got AFI bangs, dark, long bangs, right?
Yeah.
He's like a pudgy guy at the time, you know? He's the drummer, right? And drummers are always pudgy.
Yeah.
How do you move that quick?
Yeah.
Whoa. How are you playing the double bass in all of this with all these fills? And you're like 80% body fat. This is crazy. Shout out to all the drummers out there that are thick. Thick.
Thick fat beats.
But yeah, like bands like that, like they're not even around anymore.
Yeah.
You probably never heard of them.
No, I haven't.
A Second Too Late?
No. I don't
For Dire Life's Sake?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna play one song for you before you go.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
not right now, because it's like a 5-minute song. This is 2000 something.
Okay.
Long songs were long.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You ever heard the first Under Oath album?
Yeah.
It's literally like black metal, but Christian black metal. Isn't that the craziest thing?
Yeah.
Think about this. There was no Christian black metal back then.
Right.
Maybe in like Europe and stuff.
Yeah.
Under Oath was from Florida
Mm-hmm.
and got big making Christian black metal.
Yeah.
Do you ever hear
They
like
were-
Cries of the Past?
Right.
Their first album, it's on Amazon Music.
Yeah.
And it's by like a label nobody's ever heard of.
Huh.
It was the only Under Oath album on Amazon Music for like years.
Really?
And then, because if you search Under Oath, it didn't bring up any of the popular stuff. It's that album, because that company's like, yeah, we'll put it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Because Amazon like never has the like best stuff. You have to pay for the super premium service to get the newest stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like always looking up Under Oath, trying to look for They're Only Chasing Safety, but that
Yeah.
album always popped up. But I had the physical album,
Yeah.
but I bought it later because it came out like '97.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Under Oath, the band Under Oath.
Yeah.
Most of the members, besides Spencer Chamberlain,
Yep.
started that band in 1997 as children. Like literally
Yeah.
like 15-year-old children that are like, hey,
Yeah.
let's make black metal. Like it sounds like this heavy,
Yeah.
but all the lyrics are about God.
Yeah.
They got big off that.
Yep.
And later in their career when they're like, we're
Yeah.
not really a Christian band. People are like, what?
Yeah.
Because they never even heard that first record. It was almost like, my perception of it is like slapstick. But you
Okay.
never get an explanation from them.
Yeah.
Like nobody's like, hey, remember that record in 1997,
Yeah.
Cries of the Past?
Yeah.
What was the inspiration for that? That's what I would ask. I wouldn't even care about their new project.
Yeah.
You listen to an interview, they're like, yeah, we got this new project coming out. It's the best stuff we ever wrote. I'm like,
Yeah.
I heard that on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're not tricking me with this.
Do you like their new record? You listen to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Spencer too, though. Like as a person. So
Yeah.
like Sleepwave.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember.
Epyon
that.
Royal was a sponsor of Sleepwave. Like
Oh, shit,
Yeah,
really?
like immediately. Like
Wow.
But that was just like a side project.
Yeah.
So it wasn't something that I was like. And when I worked with bands, I should have been a lot more like just tons of gear. Like, hey, can you put it on? Hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that?
Yeah.
But I was like usually cool with all the bands I gave stuff to.
Yeah.
So I was never like, yo, please. But sometimes I go back, I'm like, man, I should have took a picture of this guy. I should have asked for this guy. Like in the clothes or like just for the memory. Like I wouldn't even care about most of the pictures I have with like noteworthy people. I don't even post.
Talk
Really?
about Hobson.
Oh yeah.
Dope.
Well, Hobson, I actually never met him.
Yeah.
Not in real life, but
like the
but-
music video or whatever. Or are you guys talking about something else?
Well, Hobson, our product was in one of his music videos,
Yeah.
but he had like a rap battle, a live stream on this website. I forgot what the website is now because it was like replaced. YouTube. They're like, all right, we'll make a live streaming too.
Okay.
But they used to have this live stream battle, and I would sponsor all the battles. So I would send free stuff to the winners of the battles.
Yeah.
And like literally, because I was just like a fan of Hobson. Like I found his like the Nocturnal Rainbow song in like 2011 or 12. It was like super early in Epyon Royal.
Okay.
And that was like a reason why I couldn't like just over give people stuff because I like didn't have it.
Yeah.
But I had people that were like noteworthy that like had some interest.
Yeah.
And then like, but I sponsored all those. Talked to them on the phone once. And like I've actually live streamed with them too. Like
Really?
if you try to find those like Hobson live rap battles, like I've popped up on there like, yo, thanks everybody, blah blah blah, like just as a sponsor and shit.
Wow, yeah.
But he's wearing the shirts in the video or in the live rap battle videos because he's like judging everybody else shit.
Yeah.
I think they were like looking for talent or something for the Funk Volume label.
Yeah.
But man, I'm probably getting all these facts wrong. I'm so speculatory, man. I observe so much, but. Long story short, like I didn't even really talk to him that much or anything.
Yeah.
And then like a year or so later, they post like the Ill Mind of Hobson
Was it
6.
six?
It's like 5 or 6. The
Yeah.
one where it's like best friend or something.
Yeah, overdose
about
or
his
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like literally just like, oh shit, new Ill Mind of Hobson. Like I was just watching it in like my old office on like my crappy laptop sitting on the floor, and I was like, skirt.
Yeah.
I saw my shirt.
Yeah,
It was literally
fuck
like
yeah.
a split second in the thing.
Right. Yeah.
But you could see the back. It's literally the shirt that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
exact same shirt that I'm wearing, but the purple one.
Okay. Yeah.
Literally the same shirt. I was like, oh
Scott.
my god, that's dope. I'm bragging right now.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
haters are like, yeah, but it's not really in the video. Hobson ain't wearing. I was like, I don't give a
It
fuck.
doesn't matter, man. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, like I don't find my value from like the actions of other men.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I'm a
Right.
man.
Yeah. Right.
You know, like other men's actions don't pleasure me. You know.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't care if, like, he was wearing it. If it was in the video,
Yeah.
somebody made that decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody was like, yo, let's put this in the video.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
to me, I was like, that's it. That's all I need. I
Yeah.
don't need to, like, overly develop relations. But yeah, like,
Yeah.
I've worked with Hobson and, like, I don't know if you heard of the band Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Yeah. Yep.
But, like, early on, like, I've been talking to them forever.
Yeah.
And then when they started a band called Bleach Blonde, I was like, oh my god, I love this band so much.
I-
It was literally,
yeah.
listen, Bleach Blonde is literally the music I want to make. There's a song called Cement Pastel.
I didn't realize that was those guys though.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
literally
man.
almost, it's the drummer and
Yeah.
the vocalist from Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Oh, okay. Huh.
And then they have another band currently. It's more like an alt pop,
Yeah.
and they got signed to a record label, the same one like Nick Jonas is on and like Demi Lovato, Island Records.
Oh, okay.
Island Records. It's like either way, they got signed to that, and it's
Yeah.
literally like it was the keyboardist, the original keyboardist,
Yeah.
the vocalist,
Yeah.
and the drummer. Just the three of them made electronic music, and it was like alt pop. But now it's just the singer and the drummer.
Okay.
But the music, it has to be syndicated somewhere because when like their songs come out,
Mm-hmm.
like it's on alternative radio for a minute. You know, like not a long time,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a feeling like that's like those label dollars. You know, like
Yeah.
doing a little bit of promotion because like those guys they got robbed under label. You know.
Yeah.
Like back in the day when you're 15, 14, 16 signing record contracts,
Yeah.
you're signing the word perpetuity for streaming. Like streaming
Oh,
didn't even
yeah.
exist, but all like they would sign over licensing rights
Oh.
in perpetuity to all future media. But back then they were worried about the physical sales and they would make most of their money like immediately, you know?
Yeah.
Unless they had royalties and they got licensing and publishing and all that.
Yeah.
But they didn't. You
Oh.
know, like most people didn't. And most post-hardcore, there's a lot of post-hardcore bands that if they got royalties and like publishing and
Yeah.
on their like biggest songs, they could probably still have pretty decent lifestyle, you know?
Yeah.
They could probably earn like a few grand a month on top
Yeah.
of like whatever job that they chose to do.
Yeah.
Just because of their hottest songs that like people still go back to. Like think about it. Think about Chiodos and the song "No Penguins in Alaska," or "The Best Friends Become Redefined." Like, if you're gonna listen to Chiodos, those are probably songs that you're gonna go to first.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go to all the filler stuff.
Yeah.
And those songs you go on YouTube, those are typically the songs with the millions of views. But these people sign contracts before YouTube.
Yeah.
You can go in and legal battle, but like you don't have the money. No matter who you are, you probably don't have the money.
You gotta do your homework before you start, messing.
Well,
with
you
it,
should hire a lawyer.
That
If you're
too.
doing business
Yeah.
and you don't know business,
Yeah.
hire a business lawyer. It'll cost you a few grand,
Yeah.
but he's gonna go over the contract for you, and he speaks legalese,
Yeah.
which is a language we don't speak.
Yep.
Like the most Elizabethan English I've ever had to read on paper. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, I can't even do this.
Yeah.
I gotta research some of these words real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a lot of those bands, they got taken advantage of.
Damn.
And that's why they quit. It's like
Yeah.
you work so hard as a child, like an angsty young man,
Yeah.
to put something out,
Mhm.
and then somebody takes advantage of you. And it's the people that you idolize too. You know, all these kids, they back in the day, they idolized Rise Records. It had the cool logo with the big R. They had like the best bands,
Yeah.
like the
Devil Wears Prada.
Prada,
Yeah.
Drop Dead Gorgeous, and pretty much Attack.
Mhm.
Attack started the whole. Everything that came after
Yeah.
was because of Attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything that sounded similar.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
like, there's so many subgenres of that kind of music
Yeah.
that people be like, no, it doesn't sound nothing like Bless the Fall. I'm like, oh, we're splitting hairs here. If you're singing like that, if
Yeah.
you're singing bad with auto-tune and there's
Yeah.
breakdowns in the middle, and it's literally like the spongiest kind of music.
Mhm.
Breakdowns sound spongy to me.
Spongy.
It's like this like
Oh.
you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Like before Attack, it was not cool to have dumbed down metal music like that.
Yeah.
Before Attack, it was not cool to have auto tune and you're like got screaming at your music.
Yeah.
Before Attack, it was not cool to have techno, like generic techno,
Yeah.
like generic sound pack loops in the music.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was not cool
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
And then this band like from Ohio went to Joey Sturgis.
Yeah.
Well, there's a place called Paper Tiger that filmed their very first EP,
Okay.
but the EP is what like kind of won them over with Joey, and then Joey worked on the Someday Came
yeah.
Suddenly, which
Yeah.
is like their biggest record ever.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, man,
He's
just goes to show you.
Is he? He's like
He's
kind of local, right?
he's rich, man.
He is rich. Yeah. Yeah.
He's not local. He's never home.
Yeah.
How's he local? He like owns
Tech-
house and he doesn't live there.
Yeah.
He's like flying around, hanging out with Cell Dweller, like drinking
Yeah.
wine and stuff, and
Yeah.
eating cheese. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what he does. He
He's
collects
got-
royalties, bro.
Dude,
when
that-
you make
he's
an
got-
app,
yeah.
when you make a Facebook post, it's like, hey, I'm selling all of my tones
Yeah.
on cheap ass plugins. If you're a developer and you want to make a lot of money,
Yeah.
DM me.
Yeah.
That's a boss move.
Yeah.
The hell? You're literally
Yeah.
like what I'm known for, mixing and mastering these bands. Like at that point he wasn't even doing the stems or nothing. He was
Yeah.
not tracking anything.
Yeah.
Literally,
yeah,
it's
just
like
mixing and
like
yeah.
Nick Matzkaus did like so many tracking for so many big albums, right?
Yeah.
And like Nick was like a apprentice, so he
Okay.
tracked on big albums and made a lot of money. It probably didn't get his just dues, but he learned the education from him.
Yeah.
And Joey Sturgis is like, look, man, I'm sick of editing this stuff, man. This is mind numbing.
Yeah.
I'm selling all my skills. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
Who's literally like, I got these skills
Yeah.
that pay me more than most of these other metal producers,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna sell them to you.
Yeah.
And if you want me to mix your stuff, I'm gonna use these plugins and layer them on your stuff real quick. And I'm gonna add like a little symphony orchestra in the beginning and like towards the end.
Yep.
Make it a little cinematic. And you
Yeah.
guys are sending me at least 10 grand for your
At least,
five track EP that you're still shopping. And then kids will
Damn.
like finance it. Like they're like beg their parents or like there's always like a kid in a band with like a rich family.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh please, and then like have Joey do it.
Yeah.
But now he's like, I don't even want to work. You guys
Yeah.
take my work and do stuff with it.
Yeah.
Send me the check. Send me. You know.
I see the ads all the time for his plugins.
I don't,
Yeah.
but I know he knows social media.
Yeah.
He knows social media better than I know social media, and
Right.
I don't say that about people. This guy That's how he got to where he is.
Yeah.
That's it. Period.
Yeah.
Like this guy was live streaming before it's cool to live stream. This guy was like showing you the ins and outs of what he was doing before that was like people were not doing that. They're not like, hey, let me show you. You know, like Chris Crummett is not like teaching people. Maybe now, I don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know who that is?
It sounds
Come on,
familiar.
bro. Don't say it on the podcast because if somebody knows who he is, they're gonna be disappointed you don't know who he is.
That's all right.
And
Man.
it's name spelled with a K, K-R-I-S.
You know, I felt like
Oh no, is it spelled with a C? No, his last name. God damn, why you have this fucked up name, bro? Chris Crummett.
No, it's a C in the last name.
Is it?
So K-R-I-S and then Crum.
Yeah, his name is Chris Crummett, but the Chris is spelled with a K and the Crummett is spelled with a C.
Yeah.
But look at who he's produced for.
Yeah. I see labels he's done, so I'm sure he's. Yeah. Blah 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 blah.
Big bands just like Joey Sturgis.
Mayday Parade, Real Friends, Dance Gavin Dance, shit like that.
Oh, come on, pick better bands than Dance Gavin Dance, man.
This is the Wikipedia.
I respect people for keeping their hustle strong.
Okay.
But like, I can't listen to the whole album of that.
Yeah.
It's too. I know you're offended. It's too nasally.
a little bit.
It's like too nasally. Too
Some of the
noodly.
old stuff.
It's alright. I listen.
Dance
to
Gavin Dance makes music for people that play guitars.
Well, I listen to Tillian solo stuff more than Dance Gavin Dance
And
now.
for that, you know, I got a little bit more respect for you because I could never. You know, like when guys got, like,
Hey,
does he have range or does he just do the high pitch stuff?
He does a lot of.
God.
Does he mix it up?
Yeah.
In his personal stuff?
He even has like some soft, like piano music.
Oh, okay.
See, because
Yeah.
that's like what I can't get
Yeah.
down with if it's one thing.
No,
You know,
he
like-
has like a range of stuff. His last album was a lot more like, it was like really poppy, like almost like
Trying to be like Tom Yorty?
Well, yeah, like,
Like
some stuff could have been like
Like
on,
alt pop.
yeah, like on
Okay.
like the radio. Like he had a song called "Cocky" that was like really really good off his new album.
Huh.
Like I jam this shit all the time.
He
Shout out Jillian, man.
dude, this guy did The Greatest of All Lost Arts by Lower Definition. I don't know if you guys listen to that record.
Who is it?
Lower Definition.
Oh, I didn't even pick my 3 albums.
Oh fuck yeah.
This is the worst podcast. You're either gonna edit this so much, or you're gonna put like this.
This is gonna be like a
2
6-part podcast.
Yeah.
No, because then people are gonna unsubscribe. They're gonna be like, "This is too much." Edit the cream of the crop, man. Make this your best podcast ever.
But yeah,
Three
yeah.
rock albums that
Yeah.
I would like put on immediately.
Yeah.
The Use in Love and Death.
Yeah.
AFI Sing the Sorrow, and man, it's hard. I feel like I'm cheating on people,
Yeah.
but you know, like, man, I love Lost Prophets still, bro.
Really? Okay.
I love the product.
Yeah.
Like, I don't co-sign anything like the vocalist is like punished for,
Yeah.
because I don't like idolize men like that.
Right.
I love the product.
Yeah.
And like that album sounded so big. You probably didn't hear it, right? Start Something. Lost Prophets, Start Something.
Okay.
AFI Sing the Sorrow, and then
Yeah.
The Use in Love and Death, in like whatever order. But
Yeah.
yeah, like that album sounds so. There's so much volume in the music, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sound so big.
It's so
like
good.
those
Last
songs.
With Last Train Home, yeah.
Yeah, like
That's the
all
one,
of them.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm thinking of.
They have a song called 1,000 Miles. All the
Yeah.
songs sound epic, huge.
Yeah.
Really?
It was produced by Rick Rubin.
Okay.
He
Is
had
it-
something in Rick Rubin is like Eminem, Jay-Z.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
OG producer.
Like he's like one of the original like producers for Beastie
Oh
Boys.
shit. Okay.
Like he's like the guy.
Damn, yeah.
He's bald, but he has long white hair.
I'm pretty sure he even did like a bunch of like staple old school death metal bands. too.
He's done a
Really?
lot. He's
like
done a
that
lot.
guy is like the most diverse producer in the world.
And him and Mac Miller they recorded music together,
Yeah.
and like it has never been released. And Mac Miller since passed.
Yeah.
So I would like love to hear that. But that
Yeah, that'd be
Eminem Berserk, remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
It was like real old school.
Yeah.
I actually liked that song because it wasn't too rappy, and it was like 3 minutes long, and it had like a lot of. It was like energetic.
Yeah.
But that was like a Rick Rubin thing.
Okay.
So like all the elite people, like the Ed Sheerans, these are people that like they go to this guy just even if he doesn't record their stuff.
Yep.
Like they still go to consult. They still go to get his feedback. He's like a genie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Huh.
But he produced this.
Okay.
Like a rock band from the UK.
Yeah.
That like nobody heard of, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And there, like there's a lot of like taboo like BS that goes with this band, but it's
Yeah.
like I said, like I'm a man. I don't idolize other men.
Yep.
I idolize the product.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
the thing that was created.
Yeah.
Because a man is nothing if he doesn't create something.
Yep.
What is it? If a man sits around all day but he's not creating something,
Yeah.
what is that?
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, 100 years ago, they had to build their house, catch the food.
Right.
Like, what is a man if they're not putting something out there
Yeah.
to be consumed by somebody?
Yeah. Absolutely.
It
right.
doesn't. That sounds like just a person, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it was like that music just sounded so big, and anytime I post it, anytime I share it or like listen to it, be like, like, bruh, I don't have nothing to do with them dudes.
Yeah.
This is a physical CD,
Yep.
so they're
Yeah.
not really getting any money off me.
Yeah.
You can't even stream their music on Amazon. That's the only streaming one that I got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use code. No, I'm kidding. I don't have any Amazon associate links for the music. I probably should.
Yeah.
I have an associate's account, but I'll just push audiobooks to those who don't read.
Sponsored by Audible, right?
Sponsored. Today's podcast is brought to you by Vizio.
Yeah.
The best TVs at Walmart.
Damn.
But yeah, okay, so those albums, if it was rap music, it would be Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon, the very first album. It would probably be Lil Uzi Vert, Love is Rage 1.
Okay.
And these aren't like because these people are like the best rappers ever. It's just the vibe and the overall packaging, the everything, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. So the third album would definitely be Machiavelli by Tupac. It was the one that was released like right after he passed away, and I love that album because it's so heavy and like it was like a lot darker than a lot of Tupac's other albums. Tupac had a lot of like real positive music and uplifting. Like he was one of the first people that was like bigging up chivalry and like respecting women, respecting your mom. Rappers didn't do that before.
Yeah.
But that album in particular, that was when he was like beefing with everybody. So
Okay.
it was just so energetic, and it was a short album.
Yeah.
It's like 10 tracks. It's like very, very short for a Tupac album.
Yeah.
Before the Tupac albums were like 20 minutes long. But that's my I could probably list like some of these CDs, but we don't even have data space.
Yeah, we're
So
from
that's
that.
where we're gonna end it, folks.
Well, thanks, Tim, for coming on.
Thanks for coming all the way to my office and not making me drive all the way out to Howell.
Real quick, how could someone find you if they wanted to?
Man, EpyonRoyal.com.
There you go.
And then you add a product to your cart. You add the size that you like, the color that you like. Leave a little note. I might give you some free stickers. Buy it. Here's a discount code. TBZ. That's my discount code, guys. You want to know how much that discount's for? Go find out. And if not, that's cool. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Hopefully I reach somebody. And if you want to hear, we have a little podcast. It's wild. So if you don't like wild stuff, don't go to our podcast. But it's at the Epyon Royal YouTube, EpyonRoyal. Just search on YouTube. It'll pop up. We have like 400 videos or something crazy like that.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks, Tim.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the pizza. Thanks for everything. You know, it's a good podcast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.